here. I know why you are here, and I'm going to give it to you as it is hot, okay? Alright, for this particular video, we're going to be talking about the Messi and Ike show. I'm going to give you guys the tea on what happened today on the show, and at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what I think about the show. I mean, for this particular episode, alright? Now, straight into the video. I wrote a lot of things, so I'm going to be looking down and looking up today because, I mean, we're just getting used to the show. I don't know so much about the show, neither do you, so please cut me some slack. Okay, to start with, I'm going to give you guys a very brief synopsis of what the show is about, alright? So it says that Messi and Ike show, it's about Messi and Ike's relationship after the Big Brother Naija show and their struggle to solidify their commitment for each other. Guys, there's a word, struggle, like they're struggling, okay? Anyways, the time for this show is just 30 minutes, guys. Who else found that very offensive? Because I know that a lot of people actually upgraded their DSTV plans because of this show, and you are telling us that we're going to watch this for just 30 minutes. But there's something wrong with that, okay? DSTV, there is something wrong with that, okay? I mean, we should be getting like 1 hour at least. That's enough work for our money. Not telling us that we'll be watching them for just 30 minutes. I don't understand. Right now, I don't even know when next the show is going to air. Like, guys, I need a timetable, okay? I need a working timetable. Anyways, let's not cry too much about the timing of the show. Let's just go straight to what happened on the show. Basically, the show kicked off with the clip of Ebuka announcing Messi as the Big Brother Naija winner, okay? And, you know, her getting the prize and all of that. Next up was the introductory part of the show, you know, where Messi had to tell us more about herself, her family, her upbringing, you know, likewise Ike. You know, so for Messi, she told us how difficult it was growing up, guys. Hearing her story today actually, it hit me, okay? It hit me because if you're from a family where you guys can actually afford 3 square meals, then you might as well just thank God and thank your parents. Okay, so for Messi, we all knew from the show that her dad was not present, you know, during their upbringing and all of that, and it was just her mom that took care of she and her other siblings. On this particular show, she went on to tell us how her mom used to sell okrrrr by the roadside, and then, you know, she graduated from being an okrrrr seller to becoming a mama put, you know, so she had a restaurant where people would come and buy food and all of that. Messi herself, at some point in her life, she had to sell fuel and also roasted corn, you know, so telling us all of that about herself, I feel like that's a lot. I know that they're going to be acting by scripts and all of that, but letting some genuine parts of her on the show is actually very commendable. Like, she didn't come to say, my father is this, my father is that. No, she actually came on to tell us her humble beginning and, you know, how difficult it was growing up. You know, schooling was so difficult. She had problems in school and, you know, all that stuff. For Ike, he actually mentioned that people have a misconception when they hear, oh, he grew in the States. But for him, it wasn't all rosy, you know, because he was just from a regular family. His mom would drop him off at school and all of that. And at the end of everything, he got a degree in mathematics. To me, that's a lot. Like, why do I have to study mathematics in school? I hate maths. I don't understand jack. I fail it every single time. Anyways, they also mentioned that in 2017 there was a hurricane, and that hurricane actually affected his apartment rental business, you know, because most of the houses he used to rent out at the time was destroyed by the hurricane, so he wasn't really getting money and all of that. Things became tough for him, and so he had to relocate to Africa in 2018 before he had to do all of the Big Brother Naija show and all of that. So it wasn't all rosy. Now, for those of you thinking, oh, Ike is this, Ike is that, the guy has cleared the air. You know, he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Just because you live in the States doesn't mean you're living a great life. We need to get that straight, okay? Also, on today's episode, there were several clips of Messi and Ike from the Big Brother Naija show. You know, their fights, the way they make up, just everything. It just reminded me so much of what the show felt like when Messi was in that house. Like, I literally began to smile because I remember most of the clips and, you know, most of the fights. You know, they showed us the part where Messi was telling Ike that he's here for just the 60 million and he's not going to get that money. You know, that as far as he's in the house, he's not going to get that money. And then Ike was like, you better go inside now. It's not when they give you another strike now. You start crying like a P word. I'm probably going to write that on the screen. I don't want to mention the word just so that I don't get a strike. But I really miss them from the show. I don't know how it has been for them outside the show, just because they've been doing things low-key and all, but I guess it was all for this show because they're going to be revealing a whole lot of things that has happened in the past, things that we saw, things that we didn't see, and also the ones they kept specifically for this show. So I'm guessing that they have a lot to show us, okay? Now, there were some funny conversations that Messi and Ike Ike had during this particular show. One of them was the part where Messi was telling Ike that she doesn't want to wear her engagement ring for more than 1 month. So Ike needs to think about it properly before proposing. You know, she's not about to be turned into Lord of the Rings, okay? Don't give her one engagement ring and tell her to wait for you for 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, 2 years. Some people actually wear their engagement rings for more than 3 years. Guys, let me know if you're one of those people. Let me know if you know anybody who has been engaged for over 2 years now and still has no date for their wedding. Guys, you need to tell that person to take that ring off. Messi also opened up to us about something very personal, something that a lot of people would rather not share. And to be honest, I really respect her for doing all of this. She told us how her mom really wanted to get rid of her. You know, they had difficulties growing up and all of that. There was really no food, there was no money. And you know, Messi's mom was pregnant of Messi. And at the time, Messi's dad's cousin actually came to the house one of the days and was telling Messi's mom, oh, you are pregnant again. After all these children that you have here, these ones you've not been able to feed, you're pregnant again, you're pregnant again. And that comment sort of got to Messi's mom. So what Messi's mom did was she started going to different farms, climbing trees and falling from there with the hopes of losing her pregnancy, which was Messi at the time. Guys, hearing that story from your mom can actually just destroy you, you know, because it's a psychological thing. But for Messi, I'm really glad that she didn't see it in that negative light. Instead, she mentioned that her mom telling her that story just inspired her to want to do more, to become better in life and just achieve greatness. That way she'll be able to pay her mom back for not losing her and just for keeping her throughout the whole struggles and the whole pain. So that story actually made me see her in a different way. You know, the way she hustles, she just wants to be the best at everything she does. It kind of makes sense now, because again, people would think, oh, Messi's too desperate, she's too this, she's that. You really don't know her story. There's always a reason for every single thing that we do, even when we do it subconsciously. Moving on to Messi's sister, we got to meet Messi's sister today. Her name is Promise. She's Messi's elder sister. She's married, but her husband is late, and she has 3 kids. Messi mentioned that she has a very close bond with her sister. In fact, she mentioned that her sister was more like a mother to her and all of that. And you know, when Messi's sister had to speak, she mentioned that Messi is like her husband. You know, since her husband died, Messi has always been there for her. Messi has made sure that she does not lack anything. In fact, she spoke it in Igbo. I actually wrote that down. She said, Messi di kardina alone, which means that Messi is more like her husband. And for me, that's really deep. It just means that Messi actually goes out of her way to provide. Because if her sister sees her as a husband, of course we all know that a husband needs to provide. So that means Messi kind of fills that space up, and that's really commendable, guys. That's really, really commendable. Promise, who is Messi's sister, also mentioned the fact that Messi didn't used to be really open before the BETHA'S show. Like, she would keep a lot of things to herself, not wanting to share and all of that. But since getting out of the show, she has become better. She's now more open with them and all of that, and she feels like that's a good thing. So right now, let me just read out the flow of events during the show, because I mean, it's a lot of things. I really cannot start talking about them right now. The first part was Messi and Promise chatting while they made breakfast. So they were in the kitchen talking about their growing up and all of that stuff that I have told you guys about. Now there was the part where Messi's PA, Glory, stepped into the house. So we now know that Messi has a PA, which is expected, to be honest, because she cannot be the one handling all these meetings and all of these schedules by herself. So she has a PA who does all of that for her. When Glory stepped into the house, they went over Messi's schedule for the day and all of that, and then Messi went upstairs to get ready and stuff. Yeah, next up was Ike's visit to Messi's house. You know, he came over to her house. They had to unbox the frames that someone had sent over to Messi. You know, it was frames of her pictures. Obviously they tried hanging that on the wall, but that did not work. It was a complete fail, which Messi still yabbed Ike again, because she was like, there's nothing you can do, right? Ordinary to put frame on the wall, now you don't know how to do it. You guys know how Messi and Ike can be. It was actually fun watching the both of them. Next up was the meal time. Promise actually made the food. She actually cooked everything by herself, and while they were eating, they were also chatting and all of that. Then Ike mentioned to Messi that it would be nice to have a housewarming. You know, since she moved into her house, she has not really invited a lot of people over and all that. And then Messi was like, oh yeah, that she's working on that. She's trying to draw up a guest list of maybe 20 or 25 people. So I'm thinking that the shots they'll be showing us for the housewarming is the one Messi did before. I don't think she's going to do like another housewarming. I don't understand. Messi already did the housewarming. We saw what happened that day. There were pictures, there were videos, but I'm sure they're going to be professional shots, you know, for this particular show. So let's watch out for that as well. They also argued a little bit about the guests. Ike was like, I'm sure you're going to be inviting all those your friends that you call babe and you call boo. And then Messi was like, oh no, I call everybody babe, I call everybody boo. Or are you talking about Willie XO? Guys, you remember this whole gist with Messi and Willie XO in London. So I'm guessing that this Willie XO guy is a troublemaker. Okay, he's one that's trying to pour Sansan in Ike's Gary. I don't really know what's going on between Messi and Willie. But from what she told Ike, she was like, Willie is just her friend and all of that. So I really don't know. Okay, and towards the end of the show, they had a conversation about moving in. The question was, who is meant to move into whose house, you know? And Messi doesn't really have a problem moving in with Ike. Neither does Ike have a problem moving in with Messi. But then Messi's sister actually has a problem with Messi moving in with Ike when they're not married yet. So she feels like, no, you guys have to be married before you move in and all of that stuff. You can visit and all, but moving in, way too far. Now that's basically everything that happened on the show today. Yeah, that's all. That's all that happened. Okay. That's everything that happened on the premiere. Like, I have a headache. Right now, I'm going to tell you guys what I think about the show. Okay, first of all, today's episode didn't really do it for me, to be honest. It did not do it for me. You know, for a show that a lot of us have been waiting for, and you give us that, like, DSTV, we need our change, okay? You're owing us. That's a fact. Alright? This is one show that a lot of us, I mean, because I'm inclusive at this point and it really hurts, a lot of us have been waiting for this show. First of all, you're giving us a 30-minute show, which I already mentioned before. Secondly, I feel like the show is bare. Like, I feel like it's bare. Okay, maybe this episode though, maybe it's just this episode. I'm hoping that other episodes will do better, because today's own, no. To be honest, I felt like I was watching an advert instead of a show. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. I felt like I was just watching what would I call it now, a trailer, you know, of a show that is meant to start, but then in the real sense the show had started. You know, I mean guys, if you understood what the show was really about, please let me know in the comment section, because at this point it's like I don't understand things again, okay? And I will really need some explanations, you know, some breaking down in the comment section. Please help your sister, okay? It's not every time people will be expecting me to help you. Sometimes I need help myself, and this is one of those times, okay? There was really no action, there was no suspense. I mean, it's the first episode. There should be a lot of drama that would want to make me watch the next episode. I don't know if you guys get me. I'm not bashing the show. To be honest, I'm really hoping that they have better things to show us in the near future. But like a show that we've all been waiting for, a lot of people actually upgraded from Compact to Compact Plus, you know, just because they didn't want to miss out on this show. And a lot of GoTV users have been crying, oh, there's really no way for me to watch it. Which, by the way, DSTV went ahead to make that available for GoTV viewers as well. But still, like, no, okay, no, I don't want to think about it, okay? I'm just going to wait for the next episodes and see what happens. If I eventually love the show, obviously I'm going to come on here and tell you guys. I don't want to write the show off completely because it's the first episode, so I'm guessing that they're just, you know, trying to get ready. Guys, let's cut them some slack, okay? Maybe they're trying to get ready, or maybe the shots they wanted to show us did not play, so they just had to give us this one. Maybe that, maybe not. Whatever the case is, I will let you guys know in my next video when we have to talk about this Messi and Ike show. Alright, now that's basically all I have to share with you guys in today's video. I need to mention that the devil came to fight me today, oh guys. The devil came to fight me. First of all, my Apple laptop has crashed. Okay, it crashed yesterday. I was actually editing a video for my BETHA'S corner page. If you guys are not subscribed to that channel, please go and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to leave the link in the comment section and also in my description box. Anyways, my laptop crashed while I was editing. I really don't know why. It keeps going on and off, on and off, on and off. I really don't know what else to do. And there's a lockdown, so there's really no way I'm going to get it fixed anytime soon. I actually had to borrow my sister's laptop. She left it here before she went for her NYSC. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be editing this particular video with. Although the software I'll be editing with is not so great, just in case there are lapses in this video, excuse that. I'm going to be working with this laptop for the meantime till I get my laptop fixed. And another thing the devil tried to do today, my eyes have been itching me. They are so red. I don't know why it's looking white here, but to be honest, my eyes are red, they are hurting, and I had to really dim my ring light because I'm not about to go blind because of this Messi and Ike show. So for all of these reasons, I would like to apologize to you guys, just in case you feel like, Betha is not really herself. Betha is not really, guys, I've been hurting. Alright, my laptop crashed. My eyes are red. I don't know if I'm going blind, but God forbid. God forbid. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.